Now, our next guest is an up-and-coming director whose film No Limbs, No Limits, about his sister Joanne, who was born with a condition called tetra amelia syndrome, has absolutely taken off. The film is due to be screened at the upcoming Dublin International Film Festival. And before we talk to Stephen properly, let's have a little look.
This girl is so special. There are only 6 others like her living in the world. This is a tale of honesty, truth, dignity, and bravery. It is the story of Irish-born Joanne O'Riordan.
Stephen O'Riordan, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us. I guess at what point did you kind of go, I want to document this, I want to document the life of my sister?
I suppose 2 years ago it got serious in the sense that we started filming because she had been invited to United Nations. Before that I would have been filming her when I was 12, 13, 14 because my parents would have got a camera. So there was all baby archive of Joanne doing all these crazy things when she was a baby. So,
was there stuff that you didn't, I guess, you didn't even remember filming?
Yeah, actually that clip there for walking the table, I completely had forgotten about that. Yeah. And when I told people she was walking, they're like, no, Joanne can't walk, she's got no limbs. I'm like, yeah, she can.
Yeah, she can, she can.
Yeah.
Well, by watching the documentary, you realise she can do anything she wants to do, pretty much.
Absolutely.
From the outset, did you know what story you wanted to tell?
Yeah, I think I wanted to tell both sides, which was my parents, I suppose, struggled to get Joanne to where she is, and then the idea of Joanne being so independent and so kind of outgoing. And I think the idea of the documentary is to allow young people especially to realise that anything is possible, irrespective of your ability or disability. And I think Joanne gives that message kind of quite clearly, and you kind of maybe see her going off into the sunset with her robot at the end, and she's delighted, you know. So.
You ruined the ending.
Yeah.
No. Well, we actually have Joanne on Skype right now, who should be studying for her mocks. It's our fault, I can't really complain. How's it going, Joanne?
I'm not too bad, how are you? I love the way I get to blame for that study.
Yeah, it's all our fault. I must ask you first, what's Stephen like as a brother?
I suppose I have to say no, he's okay, because I mean, I'm on air. But really, I suppose he is grand, you know, he's not the worst brother you could possibly have. I mean, he does deal with a lot of my tantrums and, you know, teenage moments. But, you know, I think I give him a very good deal because I'm bringing him to cool concerts, you know, I'm bringing him to Beyonce and stuff like that.
Amazing. He's like rolling his eyes here. How did he approach you about making it first off? Did he know that you were going to, like, I guess, be up for it, or did you have any reluctance to it at all?
Well, I suppose, you know, being a teenager, my only reluctance, you know, was me not looking good on camera. You know, everything. But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, you know, he's always kind of been filming, and we're always kind of used to him going around, you know, telling us about his crazy ideas, and we're like, yeah, Stephen, cool, you know, whatever, keep that in your head, you know, that kind of thing. But no, I suppose, like, I was kind of always up for it, but it was kind of on the condition, you know, make sure you tell me well in advance so I can do myself up to look good.
Stephen, did you let her into the edit at all to look at any of the footage, or?
No, because as you can see, she's totally like pushy and forward, and she would have destroyed the documentary.
And what's the reaction been like for both you guys? I mean, as a director and also being the star of the film as well, what's the reaction been like? Joanne?
Well, I suppose for me, I suppose everyone, you know, was kind of happy, you know, that it's out and whatever. I mean, the big deal was people asking me when was it coming out, and then when it came out, people want to know where's it going now, you know. But everyone that I seemed to, you know, like, it was kind of important for me that my friends would like it, so, you know, they liked it, and they thought the old archive of me shouting at my father was pretty funny, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, they've been, you know, with me since I was about 3 years old, 14 years ago, so they're well used to me. So, you know, they even didn't know, you know, that side of my story, you know, so they weren't like shocked, or like they didn't change different view of me, but, you know, they're still, you know, we're still all the exact same.
And for you, Stephen, I mean, you've done other documentaries, I guess, before. It's all about real stories. You love real stories, is that true?
Yeah, anything to do with social human rights issues, I try and get my teeth into. But I think with Joanne's one, the idea was to develop a story which, I suppose, told the world that you can do if you believe in it. And a lot of thought went into the voiceover, a lot of thought went into the music. A lot of the music was originally written by Irish up-and-coming artists. You've got Little Green Cars, you've got Ian Doherty, you've got Walking on Cars. So it's quite cool to work with, I suppose, young people in the industry.
And where can people see it if they want to at the Dublin International Film Festival?
Savoy Cinema, O'Connell Street, 11 o'clock, 15th of February. Be there and sell it out.
Make sure you get your tickets, guys. Thank you so much for talking to us, Joanne.
Thanks very much. All young people come. I'm looking for a Dave's date. So.
Hey, amen. You hear it right here. Thank you so much for coming in, Stephen. Now, guys, it's time for Home and Away. We'll see you tomorrow.